Hi, my name's Kyle Wittenbach. I am from Love Reptiles, and I wanted to put together a little video series for everyone at home, just the ins and outs from, what to look for when purchasing your first ball python, or how to breed, or what to, what kind of substrate to use, all the different ins and outs from beginner tips to advanced tips. I've been breeding ball pythons for about 9 years, and I've learned a lot of things along the way. I've dealt with some disasters, and I've had some really great successes. And so there's a lot of people out there I know that have questions about simple things, complicated things, and there's lots of different ways to get your answers, and hopefully I can provide everyone with a few tips today and through this short video series that me and my wife Heather are going to do. So she's the camera lady today, and she's going to start with a few questions, and we're just going to go over the very basics of ball pythons in this first video.
Okay, so what do you specialize in?
I should have mentioned that earlier. So we specialize in here in pied mutations, which we'll get into in other videos, and leucistic complex mutations. So white snakes and their combinations, and the piebald mutation and all their different combos. So that's primarily what we work with and what we hatch and what we like to breed.
Okay, so what are we going to look at today?
Today, we're just going to start with the basics. The normal wild type ball python. For everyone out there, I just hatched a normal het pied female, and so we're going to look at her real quick. Let me pull her out.
Okay, and for people who don't know what het means, what is that?
Yeah, het just means that she carries the piebald mutation. Not enough of it, or not both copies of the gene that she's a visual, but one copy so that she still looks normal. I don't know if we can get a good view of her. So she has no visible mutation. This is what they look like in the wild. They've got the dark kind of blacks and browns through the top. They have very little blushing. Blushing means these lighter spots on the spine. And flaming, which we'll talk about later on, is almost like little candle flames that come up through the side. And in the normal mutation, there's a small one there, but they carry less of those. They're still really beautiful in their own right, and this is what started ball pythons a long time ago. So the thing about this one is it is just hatched, just shed, just out of the egg, has never had a meal. It weighs about 75 grams, and typically we won't sell, post, or ship any snakes until they've had 3 meals or weigh at least 100 grams, depending on their health. But this is what they look like when they start. So I'll put her back.
Okay, and you mentioned something about a monster ball python.
And I'm sure that's why everyone wanted to watch this video in the first place. So the term monster doesn't mean she's scary or she's aggressive or she's mean. It just means that she's an older ball python. She's been fed really well. Let me get her out here for everyone. She is also a normal. Now they only get this size when they've been fed really well for a really long time, and she weighs over 5,000 grams. I don't know how many more are out there that size. I'm sure there's a few, but if there are more like her, they have to be old. She's trying to get away because she's just all sorts of excited today. But she's about 15 years old, and I got her from a friend. She was one of the first ball pythons I ever got. She was fed really well and never bred, probably the first 10 years of her life. So I got her at about 3,000 grams. Really started to feed her on a more regular schedule. She started laying clutches for me, and she lays clutches of 13 eggs or more, which is fantastic and a lot of fun. I didn't breed her this year because I didn't really have a good suitable male for her. But she's a ton of fun. She's got a great temperament, as you can see. She's the snake that I take to kindergartens, elementary schools when I do ball python presentations, and we get to take them out in front of the kids and show them the different piebald mutations, the different banana, pinstripe, normals, leucistics, all the different paint jobs that we work with. And she's perfect, and she's used to being kissed on the face by unassuming 5-year-olds and doesn't react in any crazy way or anything. So she's the perfect pet, and they'll all turn into this, and they'll all be this way. Oops, I scared her. They'll all be this way with a little bit of handling and just getting used to being touched, being held, being moved around. You can tell that she senses no threat for me at all, and she's just the perfect ball python. I'll never get rid of her. Genetically and for breeding, she's not as valuable as most, but for me, she's always going to be my favorite, and she's always going to be the one that we hang on to and will be the staple of our collection. So there she is, your 5,000 gram. Let me get her up here. Your 5,000 gram ball python. I don't know how long she is. Tough to measure snakes. She's probably about 5 feet long. She's just really heavy and really healthy. So thanks for watching, and if you have any other videos or questions about keeping, feel free to put a comment in the section below, or we will start releasing some more videos with some new things and new issues that we've had, or new substrates, or whatever it may be. So thanks for watching.